do anything fun with your unplanned time off over the weekend?
No, just wait.
Just wait.
Just waiting to play.
I mean, was it a good thing at all? I know you were talking about how last year you guys had like such a long training camp, right? This was a bonus week in some ways.
No, I mean, the problem is your guys were all geared up to play. And then, whoosh, they don't, it is what it is. So you just move on. And good thing is we got a game this week, so we got to get ready to go. You can tell though that, it took the wind out of their sails a little bit. Now we got to get them going again.
Did you do anything special, like a scrimmage or anything like that last week?
Yeah, we had an inter-squad scrimmage Saturday. Still wasn't the same, but we put jerseys on. We tried to, give it a little feel, and they cranked it up for a bit in there, but we just gotta get going again. Kind of got to restart our engine.
Is it fair to say the power play is a work in progress right now?
We'll start every year at the start of the year.
How's it looking though?
Good. We got 3 units going, so they're all taking their turn at it, and I think we're ahead in all our special teams.
Rick Godkin's really one of the veterans in college hocky, been at Mercyhurst a long time. What do you think of his program? What do you know about the Lakers?
Well, once again, you asked me last week, and you're going to stay on it. We're spending 99% of everything we're doing on ourselves right now. I know Rick's been around a long time. He's not afraid to take his team on the road and play in big games. I know they had a lead last week for almost a big part of the game until they ended up getting knocked over at the end. And so we're digging into film, but 90% of what we're doing is ourselves.
Sure.
It's going to be that way. So if you're going to ask me again next week, we'll peak at the next team, but we're really concentrated on our team right now, what we got to do.
Is there one thing you're concentrating on more than anything else?
Speed, our transition game, breaking pucks out, and then how hard we get on pucks. We want to get to our level of our intensity with speed and hunting the puck. And that's probably the biggest thing right now that we continue to get our teams to, and it's hard to do it against yourself, and that's why you need some games.
How do you evaluate the power play as you go forward and look for the guys that are the right fits?
Well, there's one, you do see in practice, because we've got to do some new players, and there are players that have natural ability on the power play, and that comes out in practice, but then in games is where you have to be productive. We need a power play. Our power play last year, and I have said this to our team, that was one of our, I think we were 18%. You double check that for me. You double check that, but I think it's not where we want to be on our power play. We need to be better on that this year, and we've got the players to do it. And it will be a work in progress until we can figure it out, because we've got a lot of good players who can play on it. But I can tell you there are a couple new players that can play on a power play. Now we just got to put guys in the right spots.
Who was the D guy that you positioned in front of the net on one of the power plays out here today? Wasn't it a D guy?
No.
He had the black pants on, I think so. Tall guy, the big guy. Was that Nelson?
Nelson's center.
Yeah, but you had somebody.
Yeah, he was in front of the net.
Yeah. Okay.
In some ways, Bob, does it make it more challenging to have a crowd and have that noise when you're trying to talk to your team, like during a timeout? Or were there any advantages to having empty buildings, or is it all good to have a
Yeah,
crowd?
it was an advantage on the road.
Yeah.
You didn't have that intimidation, part of it. And I think you even saw football teams say that last year, where you could, the crowd noise wasn't there. But
Yep.
we all got used to it. But let's face it, we never want to have that again.
Yeah.
Crowds are the big part of sports, and we need to get them back in the building.
Anything else? Bob, last week you talked about Ben and Brock making jumps in their numbers in their off season. Is there anything in particular that you kind of focus on as a coach to see improvement, or just generalities?
You see the biggest jumps, like physical training in the off season, between obviously freshman, sophomore to junior is where you really start to see those numbers change and the progress made, because it's one of the big parts of college athletics is what they do in the off season, their training, and we saw some big jumps from our returning players. freshmen always come in, think they think they're on top of it, and it's a rude awakening when they get around Cal and what has to be done, and then we'll watch that. That's just the evolution of an athlete in college sports.
Is there any one metric you like to focus on, you know?
Vertical jump.
Vertical jump.
If I have one test that I like to see, which correlates when you see players as a freshman and as a junior take that big jump, it's kind of a telltale sign.
Mankato and St. Cloud are playing this weekend. Do you think maybe you'll take a little more than a peek at that game?
I will next week, when we break film down, honestly.
Well, you told Jess you were only gonna take a peek at it, but I thought maybe it'd be a little more than a peek.
No, I mean, we'll do what we normally do, as we get ready. I'm kind of anxious to see the Gophers play right now. I'm sorry. I'm kind of anxious to see us play right now and really dig into our film after our weekend to see what we're doing. And, it's a process. Stick to the process. All right, gang. Thanks.
Thanks, Bob. How did you spend your unplanned weekend off?
Just relaxing, yeah. It was, we were ready to play, so everybody was kind of bummed, but I guess it's good to get the legs back. We've been going hard, so it was nice to get off the legs and just rest, and I guess we'll ramp it up again for this weekend. Hopefully we can play.
Sure.
A little deflating, or when I asked Brock, he goes, well, sometimes based on the fact that we haven't had a lot of time together, it was good just to have a little extra time. Would you rather be battle tested or have that extra time?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to play, so it was. I thought we were ready to go, so we got a good skate in Saturday just as a team, but I think we were ready to go. It doesn't really matter to me. We're just trying to control what we can control, and we couldn't control it, so yeah, we're not worried about it.
Bob was saying that he maybe found a little bit of chemistry with Matthew Nyes. What's it like just been playing with him and now learning his style?
Yeah, he's a really strong kid, works really hard, and can make plays, so he's a lot of fun to play with. Yeah, I think we've been doing some good things out there, so we'll see if we can translate it to the games.
Bob joked that if he split you two up, you might hit him in the back of the ankle. Have you had to tone it down a little bit this week with him?
No, we both like to compete, me and Nicey, so it's all good.
Bob also pointed out that you had some of the best improvements in your numbers in the weight room over the offseason, and one of the things he looks for is vertical jump. Can you kind of share with us what you look at with your offseason and your improvements?
Yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy. I don't dig into it too hard. I kind of just do whatever Cal tells me to do. So that's pretty much my only thought process. So there's not much science behind it, to be honest.
Was it a little bit different training this offseason compared to the previous one?
I think I took care of myself a little better, like diet-wise and rest and whatnot, I guess. That was kind of a focus coming into this year. But other than that, not the training, I just always try to work hard in there. So.
Is there anybody you get paired up with when you do workouts in the weight room?
Not really. We work out as a team, and it's kind of the same stuff for everybody. So. Yeah.
Ben, what did you miss most about not having a crowd and not having a band in the building last year? And was it an advantage going on the road where it was, you didn't have to deal with the fans at Yost, or you didn't have to deal with the fans at Wisconsin?
I don't think it was any advantage for anybody. I honestly, I didn't think about it too much, because we all just wanted to play, and that was the only focus. So it wasn't. Obviously, it would have been a lot more fun to have the fans, but we didn't look at it as too much of a disappointment because we did get to have that season, and we got to get better in that year. So looking back, obviously, it would have been much more fun to have fans, but I don't think nobody was thinking about it too hard. I don't think so.
Got it.
Taking face-offs, you guys had pretty good numbers last year as a group of centers.
Yep.
What area of improvement do you want to see on the draws this year from you guys?
Yeah, well, I think it always helps to have more guys to be able to take draws. That way everybody can take draws on their strong side. But other than that, it's probably just a compete thing. I remember going back to our freshman year, we started out really bad on draws, so Bob kind of hammered that into us when we were all young, so we were able to just keep improving, and then over the years you get experience and you start to learn some new techniques and get a little stronger. That always helps in the dot. So
That'll be a strength this year, obviously, eh?
yeah, we hope so.
Yeah.
Bob mentioned one of the things he's looking for right away this season is the D and the forwards being connected. What are the keys in your mind for getting off to a good start there?
Yeah, I mean it's important for the forwards to get back and help those Ds. Center got to get below the circle sometimes and almost act as another D in the D zone, and also the wingers got to come back to pucks and just creates more speed through the neutral zone and whatnot. So yeah, I'd say the forwards just got to help the D out, and the D got to be sharp and give us good passes. So
When you're working on that, is that mostly on ice? Is it video? Is it talking to the new guys on the team?
it's mostly in drills on ice in practice. Yeah.
Anything else for Ben?
Thanks, Ben.
All right, thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, thank you guys.
So what'd you do last weekend? Unexpected time off.
Well, lots of movie watching. Lots of movie watching Saturday night. Then Sunday, just football. Watched the Vikings. That was an unfortunate game. Watched my fantasy team lose. Also very unfortunate. But no, we kind of just chilled. You know, we had an inter-squad scrimmage Saturday, so that was good. Yeah, other than that, just kind of chill weekend, getting ready for this coming weekend. So.
Yeah.
Disappointing to not be able to play games?
Oh yeah, for sure. The whole team was pretty bummed out. You know, obviously a year without fans, that's tough. And knowing that there's going to be fans back in the building next weekend it was something we look forward to for a long time here. So, but it is what it is. It happens. It was the safe thing to do, and we got Mercyhurst this weekend, so we're focused on that. So.
What do you know about Mercyhurst? Have you been able to look at the video or anything?
We haven't done video yet. We will do video tomorrow in the coming days. But I've heard they're an older team, bigger. Lots of Canadians on their team. So I think we're more just focused on ourselves right now. We're focused on doing what we can to prepare ourselves for this. We're not too worried about them. We're like I said, more worried about the guys in the locker room. So.
Does it help to have the extra weekend, or would you rather have, I'll just say, got started and got more battle tested with game play?
Yeah, you could go either way. I mean, obviously it would have been great for us to play games, get back in that game speed, but not having games wasn't bad for us. We started a little late here, and having these practice under our belt, getting that chemistry back is huge. So I mean, at the end of the day, it stinks, but at the same time, it was good to have practices. Like I said, to form that chemistry. So.
What's it like to be on a defense where everybody has experience?
It's special. It's really special. We have a special D corps, and Rabs is an amazing D coach, and having these guys, we all kind of bounce ideas off each other. We all kind of learn from each other's mistakes. It's a pretty tight knit group back there, and it's like I said, it's pretty special. So.
How do you like the overall team speed this year?
Fastest team I've ever played on, that's for sure. I mean, we have a lot of talent. We have a lot of talent this year, and I think we're focused on not our talent, but our hard work first. Playing an honest game, and not winning games off skill, but winning games off compete level, things like that. So. I think that's our number one goal this year is to just to keep upping our compete level game after game, and the skill will take care of itself. So.
Brock, you've got a year under your belt now, but not a lot of fans got to see you in person last year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to show them about your game when you've got a crowd in here?
Yeah, I think you guys from watching me, I think I play an honest game. I'm not going to be on the score sheet too often, but I take pride in the defensive side of my game, and I think fans will appreciate that. I hope they will at least. But no, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to play with fans, have a student section, have the band back. it's always been a dream of mine. So yeah, I can't really put into words how excited I am for this weekend. So.
Brock, when Bob was talking about guys who had good off seasons, he said your numbers popped out to him. Do you know what numbers he's talking about, and how do you feel about your off season?
Yeah, I think it was just, weight room numbers, just getting bigger, stronger, things like that. But yeah, I think individually, I felt like I had a good summer. Obviously, I broke my hand at World Junior Camp, so that was unfortunate. But it was quick, and the doctors and trainers here have helped me, get back in almost less than 4 weeks from that. So. But yeah, Cal upstairs is, he's one of the best trainers in the world, and it shows. This team's gotten a lot bigger and a lot stronger, and as a team, we're very excited to show that. So.
Is there any number that you look at and you're like, that's the one I want to get up this year? There's not really anything specifically. I think obviously in the weight room that's one thing, but on the ice, everyone always talks about points, goals, things like that. And obviously that's I love scoring goals. I don't do it often, but I love scoring goals. I love getting points, but obviously that's a number I want to see go up. But at the same time, it's like that's not who I am. That's not my game. That's not how I play. So, but yeah, there's nothing really specifically that I would like to see go up other than just my overall defensive side, everything. So.
As a defenseman, when you look at the new skilled forwards that you've come in, what are some of the things you have to take into consideration in work and timing and getting the puck up the ice to them? How much work are you doing with that?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's it's an adjustment. Obviously there we have an unbelievable freshman class, and they're all forwards, and not only Crookshank too was fast. Every single one of them can fly, and they're all very, very skilled, very talented. So it's an adjustment. It's different passing to a guy like that than just an average hockey player. They're thinking forward, they're up ice, and you need to put the puck in front of them because they're flying. So it's been a big adjustment, but at the same time we've had the tools to like I said, the coaching staff to kind of get that chemistry back. So and not having Alaska last weekend was tough, but at the same time, like I said, there's positives that came from it. So.
When that chemistry's clicking between the D and the forwards, what does it look like? I've said the word special a lot, but that's really the only way I can describe it. It's special. It's when we're going on both ends of the rink, it's we're a force to be reckoned with, and with fans back in the building, with like you said, the band, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be rolling. We're excited. We're really excited.
I'm gonna cut Brock loose here. Coach Motzko coming in next, and he has to get rolling. So,
all right.
thank you, Brock.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Brock.